Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me kind of like drugstore style. So this is all trying new drugstore makeup that I picked up, and also there's kind of like older drugstore products that I use in this video. But this video was pretty much based off of this foundation that I wanted to try out. This is the MILANI Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I've been looking for this foundation for so long. I finally found it last night at CVS. So I was like, okay, I need to sit down and film a kind of like first impressions with this foundation because I've heard so many good things about it. And I also did a haul a couple videos back on some stuff that I picked up at the drugstore. So I figured I'd kind of do like a first impressions video on some of these products, and then some of the products are not new from the drugstore, but I did use pretty much all drugstore in this look. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, please do so. And follow all my social medias. I will have it linked somewhere over here and also down below. So if you guys want to get ready with me and see how these products work, then let's just keep on watching. Okay, so just to start off, I already did fill in my eyebrows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I love this. This is the only thing that's not going to be a drugstore, but I did want to try out this on camera. This is meant to kind of like clean up the brows, and I have tried this before and it actually does work pretty well. I did wish I got a lighter shade. This one is in medium, so all you do is you take it and you just run it along your brow to clean it up, and it does work pretty well. It has like a nice slant tip on it, so you can get, you know, right under the brow, and then you can kind of just blend this out with your finger. I really like it to clean up the brow up here, because you kind of just, you know, swipe it down and it makes it very easy. So, and then I'm just going to blend that out. So I definitely recommend trying this if you're someone that really likes a precise brow. This actually works pretty well. As you can see, it just cleans them up and kind of finishes them off. That is what the brows look like after using that, and I really like how it kind of just cleans everything up. Now, I did mention in my drugstore haul that I picked up the Maybelline, this is the Brow Fiber Volumizer. I did pick this one up in brown because I didn't see a blonde one, but the other day I found this and it is in blonde, so I'm going to try this one. It's supposed to just make your eyebrows look more like volumized. So this is what the packaging looks like. I'm just going to go in and see how this works. I'm a little scared because it kind of looks a little weird, and I don't know how to like properly use this. So I'm just gonna like comb these in to my brow, I guess. So that is the before and after. I don't know if you guys can see a difference. I can't really. I think it's just meant to fill in any sparse areas maybe. I wonder how this would work if I used it without filling my brows in. Maybe you'll see more of a change then. I don't understand the shape of this though. I don't know what they were trying to achieve then, but I don't know, I guess it's good for setting your brows in place, so we'll see how long they stay in place for. It feels pretty nice and like tightening, so that's good. So moving on to eyeshadow, I didn't really try any new eyeshadows from the drugstore, so I am going to just maybe create a look using maybe some of these by COVERGIRL. So I don't have a new concealer to try out, but I did pick up this. This is not new, but I actually needed a new one, and I haven't used this in quite some time, so I do want to kind of use it again and see how I like it. I am just going to put this on my eyelids just to kind of cancel out any of my veins. 7 hours later. That's the only thing I don't like about these, is when you first use them you have to twist them up so much. So it's starting to come out. Hallelujah. So I'm just going to put this, wow, this is light. And I'm just gonna use my beauty blender to blend this out. I think I'm going to go in with this palette. This is not new at the drugstore, but it is by COVERGIRL, and I have used this in another video before, but for my eyes, I'm just going to do this palette, I think. So I'm going to take this color right here, this like lighter brown, and I'm just going to put this into my crease and just kind of blend it out. Like I said, I don't really know what look I'm going to create. I'm just kind of trying out new products, so this is more of like just a relaxed kind of like get ready with me, nothing too crazy. And this brush I'm using is a Morphe M502. This isn't considered drugstore, I mean, but it's drugstore price. These brushes by Morphe are very affordable and they're such good quality, so if you guys have not tried them out, definitely try them out. They're really good. So now I'm just going to go in with this kind of like darker brown shade right here, and I'm using a Sigma E45. It's kind of like a smaller tapered, and I'm going to focus this kind of like in the outer V. So I've been watching the show Shameless and I am so obsessed with it. Let me know down below if you guys watch it. I'm kind of late on the bandwagon. I just started watching it and I'm on episode like 12 in the first season, so I still have so many other seasons to go. I'm just so addicted. If you guys watch it, let me know down below. If not watched it, I definitely recommend it. It's really good. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm using a Morphe E36, and I'm just going to put that on my lid. Personally, in my opinion, I think that these palettes are so far some of the best eyeshadows that you can actually find at the drugstore. I'm not a huge eyeshadow person when it comes to the drugstore, and that's not to sound like, you know, snobby or anything like that. I just have so many different eyeshadows that I love, especially from Makeup Geek, and those are affordable. They're $6 for a pan, and I use those in a lot of my videos because I really am like a true believer of the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I think they're amazing. So it's hard for me to go and like kind of like use drugstore stuff when I have, you know, eyeshadows that work amazing. So but these eyeshadows are actually pretty good from the drugstore, so I think they're actually some of the best. I'm going to use this first shade just to set my brow bone with. So I'm going to go in with liner. This is not new, but this is from the drugstore. This is the NYX Collection Noir liner. I use this in almost all of my makeup tutorials because it is so amazing. So I'm just going to create a wing with this. The first thing I do is kind of like flick it out like that, and then I just, you know, draw my, I kind of like fill where I would normally do the liner, and then so it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. I just kind of like line my lid, and then what I do is kind of like start from the mid wing and just swoop it up. And it looks messy right now because I just kind of like touched my cheek when I was talking, but you fill that in and then kind of like meet it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this. This is the new Maybelline mascara. It's hard for me to try new mascaras because I love my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. It's so good. So let's see how I like this one. Okay, so right off the bat, I actually think this mascara is pretty good. As you can see, it definitely does give them volume and length. So I actually do like this mascara. I'm very picky when it comes to mascaras because, like I said, I love my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black because it's super black and it gives my lashes a lot of body. I am going to be using false lashes today. I'm going to be trying a pair that I've never tried. As you can see the difference, it definitely works, and I actually really like this mascara. So for lashes, I do want to try these ones that I picked up. These seem super dramatic, so I don't know, I might end up taking them off. These are the Grand Glamour by Vegas Nay. These aren't new, but they're new to me, and I've never really tried them. I do have smaller eyes, so it's hard for me to wear like super dramatic lashes because it kind of takes away like my whole face. But these are what they look like. They're so dramatic. So I could already tell off the bat that I'm definitely going to need to cut these because my eyes are not that big. So what I like to do is put lashes on to my eyes and kind of measure them to see like what I would think. So I can already tell that these are going to be like way too long. So I'm going to cut the edge off. Okay, so to apply my lashes, I am going to go in with the House of Lashes glue. This glue is absolutely amazing. I know it's not drugstore, but it is really good. It has just like this little kind of like brush, and what I like to do is just brush along the eyelash. I'm gonna apply these and I will be right back. Okay, so as you can tell, these are super dramatic. They actually remind me a lot of Velure's Fluff and Wispy. If you guys have ever seen those, Jaclyn Hill wears them all the time. I actually tried them out yesterday for the first time, the Velour Fluff and Wispies, and I loved them. They're just so drama, and these lashes are just really full, and they remind me a lot of those, but I'm just gonna keep them on and try to rock them out. So, alright, so I zoomed you guys out because we're going to try some face products. I'm super excited because I picked up the MILANI foundation. I've been looking for this for so long and I found it last night. I was like, that's it. I need to try this out on camera because I've been hearing so many good things about it. I did get 2 shades because there was very small like shade range, which kind of sucks, but I got Creamy Vanilla and Light Beige. Creamy Vanilla looks really yellow, and this is the lightest one, and then Light Beige was number 3, and this one kind of seems more on like the more neutral side, so I figured if I mixed the two, it would be good. So we'll see. For my face though, for a primer, I did want to try this e.l.f. primer mist. This is the Aqualine. I did haul this not too long ago, so I'm going to spray my face with this. So it feels really nice on the skin, but for my actual primer, this is not drugstore. I did want to use this, but you guys can use any drugstore primer. This is by Too Faced. I'm just going to apply this in where like my pores would be, so on my nose and just right here, but I'm not going to apply it anywhere else because I don't really need it there, so just on my nose and a little on my forehead and then some on my chin. Alright, so what I'm going to do to try to like get a shade match is mix these two together. So I'm going to put a little bit of Creamy Vanilla on the back of my hand. And guys, this stuff is thick. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it is like not, like look how thick that is. It's not falling off my hand. So I hope that that's okay. So I'm mixing it together and kind of trying to come up with a shade. So I think I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and half of it with a beauty blender. So I'm going to put some, wow, this is thick. I'm going to put some here and blend that out with my damp beauty blender. So I think it's a pretty good match to my skin. I am self-tan, like it's not a fresh self-tan, it's definitely kind of like fading, so I do have some leftover on my skin. That's why my face was not as tan as my body. So I'm just going to keep applying this with a beauty blender. It feels really nice on the skin. It doesn't feel like really thick, even though it feels thick like when you're squirting it out of the tube or out of the bottle. but when you're blending it, it doesn't feel really gross and thick on the skin, if you know what I mean. I'm just gonna blend the rest of this on my forehead. So far, I really like the way this feels, guys. It's really easy to blend out. I don't know if it's because of the Beauty Blender or what. We'll see how it is with the brush. But so far, it does have really good coverage. It looks really nice on the skin. So this is what this side of my face looks like with this foundation. It looks really, really like, it almost looks like a satin finish. It definitely is more on the matte side, but it seems like kind of like a satin finish. Maybe that's because of the Beauty Blender. But as you can see, this is the side with no foundation, and then this is the side with the Beauty Blender. So there's the difference. So yeah, when you're mixing this, as you can see, like it's definitely a thicker foundation, but like I said, it doesn't really feel that thick when you're blending it out on the skin. It almost feels like a normal foundation. So to blend this out, I am going to use my Morphe E31 flat brush. This brush is amazing for blending out any foundation. So I can tell you right now that it definitely blends really easy. Like this foundation's really easy to blend. And it doesn't seem like it's like dry. Like if you have dry skin, I think you'll be fine with this foundation. I was worried that it might like stick to dry patches or accentuate any dryness that you may have. But it actually, I don't know, it feels really nice on the skin. And I'm sorry if I keep going out of focus, but I don't know which I like better. I feel like they both blend out pretty nicely, as you can see. I almost feel like I like a Beauty Blender because it almost kind of, the wetness of, sorry, I have a hair on my face. The wetness of the Beauty Blender makes it feel really like hydrating when you're blending it in. So I'm just gonna go back over that and just kind of like re-blend it out. It seems like it has buildable coverage, so it definitely seems like you can build this without it getting like gross. And I will say this definitely is full coverage. Like as you can see, my face is pretty much just like a blank canvas. I so far really love this foundation. I can already tell that I really like it. I do have to go to work today, so I don't think I'll be able to do like check-ins. I wish I could. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing something like that, and maybe I can do that on like a day off. Super full coverage, and this foundation runs for $11, which is a little bit more pricey for a drugstore foundation, but it feels like a high-end foundation. So I love this foundation so far. Huge fan. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm just going to use the same concealer that we used to prime the eyelids with, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes. This, on the other hand, is definitely not a full coverage concealer. It just feels really nice. It's very moisturizing for dry skin. So this is not something that I would use to like really like cover up bad dark circles, but my under eye circles aren't too bad, so I'm okay with using this. I'm so used to using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and that stuff is super full coverage and it lasts all day. So I'm probably going to notice a difference throughout the day when I use this one, because normally I use the Tarte Shape Tape like I said. I'm just going to highlight the rest of my face and just blend that out with the same Beauty Blender. So this concealer is blending really nicely over the foundation. I'm not having any problems with like cakiness or like weird streakiness. So that's really good so far. Alright, and then I'm just going to set my under eyes. This is not drugstore, but it's very affordable. This is $13, and it is the RCMA No Color Powder. I've used this in a lot of my videos. This stuff is so moisturizing for your under eyes. If you are setting your under eyes and you have dry, like, skin, this stuff is not going to cling to any patches or make you look gross. So what I like to do is take a Real Technique sponge. This is like a $5 sponge. Actually, I think it's like $7, and I just dip it in the cap, and then I'm going to just put this under my eyes to set them in place. And now that I have done this, I cannot wear concealer without doing this. That sounds so high maintenance, but I, go to work all day and I want my makeup to last, and when I do this, it just makes it last so much longer. So I'm just going to put this anywhere that I put the concealer, and then I like to go in with like a bigger brush and kind of set the rest of my face with whatever's left in the cap. I like to take this brush. This is by e.l.f. This is a kabuki brush, and it's amazing. And I like to just get some powder on my brush and kind of just set the rest of my face with that. So I did get this new brush from e.l.f. This is like a stippling kind of brush, and this was, I think, like $3, I believe. So I bought this because I thought it would be good to kind of like wipe away powder, so I'm going to try it to wipe away the rest of this powder. Feels pretty nice on the skin. There's that. I think my face looks pretty flawless as of right now. I really like the way that it looks. So now to warm up the skin just a little bit, I'm going in with this. This is not new by any means. This is the NYC bronzing powder. This stuff is an oldie but such a goodie. I actually used to use the crap out of this when I was in high school, and I loved it. So I'm going to use this to kind of like warm up the skin. And I'm going in with a e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm just going to kind of like warm up the skin with this. And I'm not necessarily like contouring, but I am kind of focusing it just in that area. But this isn't a like contour powder, it's more of like a warm kind of bronzer. But I'm kind of just warming up the skin with it and giving our skin some life. If you guys have never tried this NYC Sunny Bronzer, definitely try it. It's a really good affordable bronzer. It's very matte. There's no shimmer in it, and that's why I like it. And then I'm just going to put just a little bit down the center of my nose. Not the center of my nose, the sides of my nose. Alright, so now for blush, I'm going to go in with this. This is, again, not a new... it's not new, but this is by Wet n Wild, and this is Crown of My Canopy. This is technically a highlighting powder, but it does like work as a blush for me, and it gives like a really nice sheen to the skin. So I'm going to apply that with a Morphe E4 brush, and I'm just going to put this kind of like on the cheek area, and this just really like warms up your skin, but it also kind of gives your skin a glow as well, and that's why I really like this color. And this is by Wet n Wild, so it's very affordable. And then to highlight my cheeks, I want to go in with this. Again, nothing new, but this is by Essence, and this is the Pure Nude Highlighter in Be My Highlight. This stuff is perfect for that time that you want to look glowy, but you do not want to look like you are sparkly or it's just too dramatic. You'll see what I mean. It's just one of those highlights that is just like you kind of look at it and you're like, what's that gonna do? But when you put it on your skin, it gives you this really, really pretty glow, as you can see. But it's not like, you know, stark white highlight on your face that's like so like dramatic. So it just looks really, really nice on the skin. So I'm just going to apply it a little bit on my temples and my cheekbones, also down my nose. It's just a really subtle highlight, but it's just really pretty. It's one of those highlights that looks like you're just glowing within. It doesn't look like you have like a stark white highlight on your face. I mean, to some people it may look like that if you're someone that doesn't play with makeup, but It's just a really overall pretty highlight, and it's very affordable, so I love it. Now for the lips, I think I want to go in with this. This is by L'Oreal. This is the new Infallible Lip Paints. So I think this stays wet. I don't think it dries down. I'm not positive on that, but I do want to try it out, so I am gonna apply it. I'm not gonna use a lip liner. I just don't feel like it, so I'm gonna fill back in my beauty mark because when I cover it with foundation, I don't like the way it looks. I just like to use any brown pencil and just kind of fill it back in. Just like so. So this is in the color Spicy Blush. I did just purchase the Wet n Wild liquid lipsticks. I can't wait until those come in, but I didn't have them right now, so I'm going to just use this one. So that is what this color looks like. It's really pretty. We'll have to see how it wears. I don't know if these are supposed to, like I said, stay extremely wet or what the deal with that is. So we'll have to just see. I'll have to let you guys know. So I need to finish my eyes, but I don't know what I want to do. I think to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to go back into that same palette and take one of the darker browns and just smoke out the lower lash line with that. If you wanted to, you could obviously just apply mascara and just leave it at this, but I'm just going to smoke it out a little bit. And I'm using a Morphe M432. Love this brush for smoking out lower lashes. Then I'm gonna go back in with that same Morphe E36, this smaller brush, and I'm going to mix these two and apply that in my inner corner. And also kind of like below a little bit. And then I'm just going to use a black eyeliner for my inner waterline. I don't have anything else in here with me right now besides this. This is the Tarte eyeliner. I know this is a drugstore look. You can obviously use a black eyeliner from the drugstore. I really like the Maybelline pot eyeliners. They're the gel eyeliners. I use those in my waterline all the time. I just don't have it in here with me right now. And a girl's too lazy to get up. So I'm just going to use this one. It's just a normal eyeliner, and I'm going to put it in my waterline. And just to finish off the look, I am going to apply some mascara to my lower lashes. This is the finished look with all of some of the new drugstore makeup and then some other drugstore makeup. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can see a close-up of the foundation and everything like that. So this is what the foundation looks really close up. As you can see, it looks flawless. There is nothing clinging to any dry patches. I do get dry in my forehead up here, and it's not clinging to those patches at all, and it just looks really nice on the skin. You would not think this was a drugstore foundation. It just looks really flawless, and I really like these lashes. They are super full and dramatic, so if you are looking for a really good like dramatic lash, definitely try the EYLURE. These are the Grand Glamour. Also the lips, they feel really nice. I do think that this is a lip paint, so it is supposed to stay wet, which I don't mind. I actually really like a glossy look. So that is what that looks like. Also, the brow product that I use feels really nice on my eyebrows. It feels like my eyebrows are going to stay in place all day. So that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video trying out all these new products from the drugstore. I wish I had more of the new items to try, but maybe I will pick up more when they come out and I can do like another video like this. Let me know down below if you guys like these videos and give me a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!